Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It is the Shanghai Major, and we're getting ready to finish off the back end of day one of Europe.
Yep.
And it's going to be Liquid versus the Open Qualifier Group London Conspiracy here.
Yep.
So,
And Mama's Boys have been mathematically eliminated following their loss. So, goodbye, Mama's Boys. And London Conspiracy, though, are qualified team still with a shot. So,
what? In fact, if we wouldn't mind there, Rob, I know we were showing it through the whole break, but can we get an update on the point system here? Because I know Liquid are doing pretty damn good. They're 2-0 right now.
yeah, all
So,
teams
top
London
of Group
Conspiracy
B.
zero. How are they zero? They should be 1-1, I believe. Yeah, so London Conspiracy are 1-1.
Oh, okay.
But if you look at the bottom there, you can see.
Oh, yeah.
They got a draw against Vega. Wow. No, is that Vega?
No, London? No, they
No,
got to
sorry,
draw
they got
against
draw
Elements.
against, Elements, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so game 2 of Elements, London Conspiracy wasn't updated on the table, but for you guys kind of piece it together. So they've got to win. That's a good start for them. Like, you've obviously got to get some 2-0s at some point to kind of finish in the top 2, but
I don't know if London are going to be able to do it against Liquid. We'll find out, though. I
Yeah.
believe we have a draft, so if that's the case, we can kind of segue into it now. And, well, I'm a bit sad to see that London Conspiracy have been doing their research and will be banning out the Earth Spirit first along with the Wisp. But it does allow Liquid to grab up another Jarek's favorite and classic in the Tusk, which I will still say that in the position that Jarek's likes to play, maybe with the exception of Jarek's himself, who I would say would probably play a better Earth Spirit than Tusk, I would say in most cases Tusk just kind of fits the bill a bit better. But we'll see. Maybe as more players play the hero a lot more, discover new things, he could be best in position.
get those Radiant Ancient pulls going again.
Yep.
But Liquid have done something I did not. They did their homework because they're banning heroes that I don't know why you'd normally ban, but they obviously have seen what London Conspiracy do, know their drafts, their playstyle, because bans onto Chen Lone Druid in the first phase means they know that London Conspiracy like to go for these push strats, something a bit more cheesy. They've got a Lone Druid player because this is not heroes you typically be seen banned in the first stage. So they know something I don't.
It's kind of one of those things I imagine for a lot of these teams is when you're going against someone you don't know, it's better to ban out something that you're just not used to going against and risk that they have some sort of specialist with and welcome something that might be a bit more of the norm and just anticipate they might not be able to play it as good as you think, you're used to. So we'll see. Gyro Beastmaster, though, is still a good 1-2 punch here, and Liquid are going to be able to pick up Darkseer here, and I gotta tell you guys, already these first 3 picks are just screaming like Liquid right now. I mean, you get Jarek's Tusk, Fata Razor, and now Mind Control on what many consider his best hero, Darkseer now.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think Liquid are going to feel at all uncomfortable with these picks, and I think it's a good thing to do. Just go for your stable picks that people know you play against a team like London Conspiracy. They're not going to be pulling out any of their maybe new strats, even like 6.86 kind of style of picks or whatever it may be. Whatever they think is going to be good in the new patch, they may save for some of the other teams. Like the CIS seems to be banning OD a lot. Maybe that's something Liquid play. Fata's played it a lot in the past, I know, but for now they're just going to go kind of vanilla with their draft.
It's good that Liquid did also ban the Oracle. Whether or not London Conspiracy has an Oracle player, that hero in particular can just shut down a Darkseer so bad in lane that it's just like you don't even have a hero to play anymore. So it's good heads up from them to welcome in the new 6.86. And for London Conspiracy now, you're seeing Liquid with a very Liquid-esque draft. You were hoping to push forward with what may have been the London Conspiracy bread and butter and heavy push. Do you still go behind that kind of push intention here, gods, and build on the back of this Beastmaster Gyro? Something a bit more, maybe pick up a Rasta or a Shadow Shaman rather? Or...
I think they definitely can. Like right now, Liquid hasn't got like anything crazy in deep push, and you're spot on, Dakota. You've been studying London Conspiracy behind my back.
I don't know anything about this team at all, except for the fact that you said that they might be a push-heavy team.
And it's like,
well, there's only one real good push-heavy support left out there.
I didn't know that except for the fact Liquid banned those heroes, and I'm like, okay, Liquid's first 2 ban gave me all I need to know about London Conspiracy, because I'm like, okay, this is Kuro. He will have prepared for every team. He's not going to underrate any team. He's going to have done all the homework he needs to prepare for these qualifiers. Liquid failed to qualify last majors. He's going to have done everything he needs to win. So when I see Kuro ban these 2 heroes, it tells me a lot about London Conspiracy, even though I did not see London Conspiracy in the open qualifiers.
Yeah. And we know Kuro to be someone who kind of gives that respect. So they pick up an Undying. It's more of like
Yep.
what we saw from the last patch in its absolute prime here. I mean, if we saw this draft on Liquid last patch, would be like, well, this game's pretty much over here. Undying Tusk now possibly going to be, you know, the Bash brothers, and could create a lot of problems for someone like the Gyrocopter if they do roll together. And even more sustained. Darkseer typically a mech holder, if not Razor, and Undying now. It's a lot of push on their end and a lot of power to back it up.
Yeah, I don't think Liquid can get too greedy as far as looking to like roam both supports, because at that point you're giving Beastmaster a free lane to get XP and farm. So I think Undying's more just going to have to play that just safe lane support who zones out a Beastmaster, bullies him around, and Tusk Jarex is always going to be that X factor roaming around, causing problems for the mid lane.
Yeah.
Even looking to set up kills in the off lane with the Darkseer, but I think you
true.
can't be having like both supports go off lane. It just gives London
Yeah.
Conspiracy too much farm in all 3 lanes, and too much like they're getting farm and levels in all 3 lanes, and that's something you don't want to do if you're Liquid.
Do you think Tusk and Undying are like maybe one of the few exceptions to you never want to have 2 melee supports?
Yeah, I think it's more Undying's the exception. You could do Undying with like Spirit Breaker, for example, instead of Tusk, or Undying with Earth Spirit, because Undying functions in the same way these like Dazzle and Bane supports do. He's the only, I think, the only melee support that really zones amazingly well, like that you can play in that 5 position support role. I'm trying to think if there's other heroes that could, but because of how good Decay is and the fact that Undying can just trade right clicks, even with a rain, because Decay is rain. So if a range hero is trying to kite you in the off lane, like you decay them and just keep running at them. So I don't think any other melee hero could do that.
Last pickup here for Liquid will be another classic Liquid grab, or it used to be. I remember back at the beginning, at least, of Nanyang, was the Matumaman Ember Spirit, and how amazing it was here.
And it was like the Ember Darkseer that would open with these 2 picks back when, like, during the, I don't know, they're kind of their prime, I guess.
So we'll have to see if London Conspiracy are comfortable enough with the amount of lockdown they got, which I got to say, they actually have a great bit of lockdown here. You're talking Beastmaster, obviously, Shadow Shaman with a wide variety of lockdown himself, Queen of Pain, if she's able to throw together an Orchid, let's say, could force an Ember Spirit to get something what many would consider a bit peculiar, like a Yule's, let's say, but you might need that defensive tool. Do you think London are going to be satisfied with what they've already got to deal with Ember, or do they need to even build on top of it further with their next support, it looks like here, and getting something like a Disruptor, let's say?
They don't need it with their next support to get like they're not going to, if they get something that can deal with the Ember, it's not because they're not going to pick it solely to deal with the Ember. It's going to have some other reason, because they've got enough control and lockdown with Shaman, Roar, and Quap.
Needs to fit, like, help them maybe lock down a little bit, out spam against the heavy push of Liquid.
I think Jakiro is a great pick here. I think it gives them a way to deal with the Ember, because Ice Path can follow up from a Yule Scepter. But no, they go Omni. Something not at all planned around the Ember Spirit. This is just a pick they want to
this
fit
is
in. And
their own thing. Like, we wanted this Omni for our lineup. We're not getting this at all to deal with what your problems are. But what is it on their lineup that gives it to them? Like, typically back then it's like, oh, we have an Omni Knight because we have like a PA or like a Huskar or something like that. Gyro is, you know, one to kind of go in and go a bit ballsy here, but I don't know. No diffusal candidate on Liquid, so I guess that's nice.
It allows Gyro to be a lot more ballsy. Doesn't have to go for the BKB.
It's just, it's just like Omni Knight over Dazzle, over, I mean, I know Wyvern many consider like a dead hero now, but still offers the defensive support and great outspam that you don't get from Omni Knight against something like Liquid. It's just, something strikes me as a bit peculiar. Maybe Solon, I don't know him as a player, maybe he's just a huge Omni Knight player.
Yeah. And they haven't got any like burst damage or magic damage, so if like the tombstone goes down, you want to just GA and kill the tombstone, you definitely can. So that's a possibility. It's what? Ice Shards, Plasma Field. Once you get like an item or two on like all your heroes, like you get, and if you want to even go for like a mech on the Omni Knight after like an Arcane
Aether Lens, I think, is actually one of those things you could actually, you know, flirt with a bit, and it's really nice because we know Omni to be one that's has very low range to work with. I mean, even see him pick up Blink Daggers mid to late game just so that they can make sure they can get in and get their Guardian Angels off. It won't help Guardian Angel, but even just being able to get that crucial Purification or a necessary Repel off with that little bit of extra range, he could certainly use the mana. Hell, even the spell resistance will help him a bit. I wonder if it's something that Omni players are going to be considering at all moving forward. But
5-man smoke into the enemy jungle, but they get bypass here. The ward, will it? Nope. Okay, they see the Omni now. What's he going to do? Repel?
It's a full CIS Dota snowball into
the
bottom
tower.
lane.
Get to the chopper.
And they're not going to get anything out of it.
Okay.
Do
Forces a level 1 repel, but ultimately LC would rather get that level 1 repel and then not give up first blood. So
yeah, for sure.
And this is going to be a safe lane Omni. He's got sentries, which means he wants to be able to protect the pole camp, play more like a slightly greedier style where he's getting his early levels. And
Oh, he's down there alone, right?
who's the
Oh, no,
support
no,
Omni?
there's Gyro with him.
Yeah, this is Shaman perhaps helping mid lane and some of these... I don't know, I don't feel like Gyro Omni alone deals with Darkseid well enough. Gyro can hold his own against Darkseid just because of Rocket Barrage being Rocket Barrage. So we'll see the plan. Baby Knight going to be mid on the Queen.
Hello, cameraman. Just like, I'm just going to make sure I'm
Yeah.
already in pre-position here for the mid lane matchup. We'll get an idea on the block pattern. Looks like Baby Knight is going to be slightly out-blocked here by the one and only Fanta. And he's already pulling the aggro up and above, so this Razor has got the good early
It's
start here.
disorienting because it's not moving, but I'm like, this is probably the most, like, one of the more important things to watch for the first 30 seconds. Like, I'm
guess
okay with
so.
watching mid.
I mean,
But
sure.
I'm also still not convinced the cameraman's actually here.
Yeah, I
He
think
saw the 5-man smoke. Is he still here now?
we might need to maybe
He may
get a
have
new cameraman.
DC'd. Yeah.
Oh, hey, and we're
Yeah.
alive.
That
man.
may, it was a cameraman DC. I think that was the
Oh,
cameraman
they're back.
wrong.
They're like, what did I miss? Oh, almost missed first blood potentially here. Bottom lane, though, he's back just in time to catch it, and it is going to be the one and only
Top.
Omni Knight who picks it up.
Top tier camera work. I gotta say, like when our comments on camera work is normally more on the negative side. That was
It totally
that was on point.
he was
I
like,
hats-
what?
Hats off to our observer there. That was
I can't believe he
that was
pulled.
good stuff.
He came in back just in time to quickly realize
And you didn't
something's
panic.
going
Normally
down.
you come in like you're like, crap, I just missed the first minute of the game. Like, it takes a bit of time to get your bearings, and he immediately found the kill.
We saw the first 5-man smoke. We saw the initial
Yeah.
mid lane a bit. Yeah.
You could have fooled us that he'd even disconnected. So laning stage, Razor mid against the Queen. Perhaps even-ish, maybe Razor favored matchup the first few waves, and then it starts to swing a bit better for the Queen. Queen already level 3 has 2 points in Shadow Strike, so going for more harass and bullying kind of build.
Yeah, Fanta's like, if I can bully him forward now, I can have a good clear cut towards this 2-minute rune, which it looks like there might be some mild contention for. Beastmaster shouldn't really have a true say in that, but bottom lane's where the real fisticuffs are going to break out. Early Shackle's going to lock the Darkseer in place and allow the Omni Knight to snag up that bounty rune, and up and above, Kuro was the one indeed to grab up the regen.
So both teams going like full tri-lane mode in their safe lanes. Looking to completely shut down enemy offlaners and also play greedy with the supports. It means the supports will be pulling, stacking. Omni Knight's trying to get his levels in the jungle. We saw Shadow Shaman like already going for like the double pull through to the medium camp, so just going for this more like efficient style of play. So rotations will be headed more towards the mid lanes rather than like off lanes, I feel, because of that. Mainly the exception being from Liquid, who can actually still get kills in the off lane because of how strong Darkseer is. But like you go off lane with a Beastmaster, like Omni Knight can't. Like there's no point in sending Omni Knight with the Beastmaster because they're not going to get kills with just 2. You'd have to commit a lot of heroes up there.
Yeah, definitely more roaming potential on Liquid here, specifically like this Tusk if they wanted to kind of get the ball rolling with that or not. But he's been working with the creep pool, it looks like in the top lane, trying to help out a bit, but a courier snipe in the mid lane. It was in the mid lane. Just maybe a misplay there from Mr. Baby Knight. Fata, I guess, was able to get to the high ground and just kind of snag it up. The unfortunate ping there.
Yeah, I was wondering like, did he miss a support like camping mid for a courier snipe? No, that was just a straight up mistake coming out from Baby Knight, but things happen and it's not going to...
Leaves her, though, now with an empty bottle. Does still have a salve to work with if necessary, but could be pretty damn crucial. They're right around the flying courier time, too.
And he's going to be telling his team, like, look, I've got to get a rune here because of this. Otherwise, he's forced back to base to heal up, refill his bottle, and TP back to lane. Which is, not the end of the world if he has to do that. It's still manageable, but ideally for him, he's telling his supports, let's secure, like, bottom. Bottom rune is where all the supports are going to be, so I think Fata secures top and Queen could head bottom.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. And I think after what happened last time, Darkseer is not going to be looking to contest it. Knowing that Queen wants a rune and that the Shaman's going to be there, Darkseer's not even around.
Yeah, she's going to head out that way now, but she was really
playing
wanted to
greedy.
make... Yeah, she's like, I got to get all the CS to make up for what I was not getting before, I guess. And we'll pop the salve, move in, get it picked up, and move back. And I mean, what do you think? How crucial is it for this Queen of Pain, though, to be able to perform here? Because you do have a gyrocopter who can make his own mid-game debut a bit, but is it important here for this Quap to be able to kind of be a problem in the mid-game herself?
Yeah. I think even earlier than that, like these first Sonic waves are going to be big. Right now, even with the rune, he is sitting on like half mana at best, so I think a Fountain trip is possibly going to happen in the near future. He wants to just like spam out a lane, head to Fountain around level 7 when he's got Sonic Wave and level 3 Scream, and then TP to a lane for a kill. But he doesn't just want to sit mid lane and trade farm with a Razor. He wants to get active and use that Sonic Wave. But he can't do that by just camping mid because of the mana situation.
We'll see Kuro continue to try to be that zoning undying here. Your big breadwinner as far as CS goes is this Ember Spirit right now, 34-9.
Big edge over Gyrocopter, who theoretically should be free farming with the tri-lane there, but Darkseer just annoying to lane against a lot of the time.
And for Darkseer, you know, he has this nice new camp to work with. He's been farming up on the side, and you know, more options are for him. He's 9-0, and when you compare that over to the other offlaner, I see a Beastmaster way at the bottom. He's finally able to get his second CS of the game right now. So it's been a struggle right now for the London Conspiracy Beastmaster.
Yeah, and I don't. It's going to have to be space. That's what the other reason I think Queen of Pain wants to get active early is to give Beastmaster room to catch up on some levels and farm. Because otherwise, if heroes don't move and rotate around the map on the London Conspiracy side, Beastmaster will never get farmer XP.
No. And he could lose his tower here, which would give him a little bit of breathing room to farm up in that top lane, but it will also give Liquid an overall pretty nice economy boost.
Oh, we're talking about Queen rotating. You got a Gyrocopter. You hit level 6, you pull your aggressive moment, and you're off. You're TPing in, you're using cooldown, you're finding kills, so... It's not just Queen. You've got the Gyrocopter factor, who is now level 6 too. So that's
what I hope to see. But I tell you, I've seen some gyros where they just keep farming out. And again, we're going to see the Shackle to Deny, Fata hit with the Purification, and they're going to be able to sweep in with the kill. Just good ambush at the rune.
That's like the death rune. Like it feels like Liquid should never go bottom rune, and LC will never go top rune. But Fata wandered into no man's land. He gets punished. They're looking for the Darkseer as well with the Gyro. He's overcommitted. Jellaby!
Uh-oh, and they move in. They get a beautiful shard block, and he goes down. That was nice. I was a bit nervous there for mind control. He was just happy to sit in the midst of a call down, but I'm sure as that happened, he made the call out to his team, like, hey, something's going down, draws him back, and good punish there from Jerix. And it will move Liquid on the board, finally.
Yes.
2-1. This is a very slow start for these teams.
That's I think classic Liquid. I don't know as much about how LC are going to want to play, but their draft is very ulti reliant. Like they want to play around the cooldown, the Queen of Pain Sonic Wave. In the laning stage, that's why they run. I think the defensive tri-lane is just because they can't really contest that many lanes with their draft, having Omni and Shaman supports.
They smoke in, they drop a ward, they quickly see this roster here. They're going to move on in. They're going to get that kill, and now a call down comes out from Gyro, and it's going to be a quick split up here from Liquid. Are they going to look to re-engage? No, certainly not. Now that, Baby Knight has showed up, and with that, Liquid are going to head out the back door.
That first Queen TP, you always want to be able to get like a guaranteed kill. Like you've got a 1200 range blink, you've got huge burst from Sonic Wave and Scream. No, okay, he got a kill. There we go.
There it is. We didn't get to see it, but it happened.
Yeah, and it didn't look like it was going to happen because normally that TP is meant to instantly find the kill. If they disengage and you don't get the catch right away, theoretically the gank should be over, but Queen was just patient and Darkseer didn't actually they do have the ward in the tree, so I'm not sure if that saw the Queen or not. But there was a Radiant lane one which meant Queen also had vision, which perhaps Darkseer didn't kind of anticipate.
Baby Knight's able to snag up a regen rune on the way out, of all things, so gets right back in the mid lane fashion, and London Conspiracy will hold their 1 kill advantage now 3-2. And just back to resume a farm right now. We'll see if Liquid are going to kind of pick up the tempo or not. Looks like Fata has kind of resided to the jungle, but no one in the lane to kind of take the mid lane XP right now. And some of these supports could probably use the levels here. So
they D-ward down this bottom lane, so they kind of piece together those knobs there. Darkseer is really poor. He was actually same net worth as Beastmaster when they showed the net worth just there, so... Looks like Beastmaster, with all the heroes rotating bottom, managed to put together some farming levels.
Yeah, 14 in OCS now. When last time I checked, it was 2. So
times are a chain for the bet.
That's good. And I'm sure they want to put that Primal War to use. And narrow escape it looks like from Matama Man here. Shifts up under the tower, and they're not going to be able to make chase.
He went for he really made sure that because the Remnant moves so slow with all the slows on him. Wait for the last second. Nice play from him. That would have been a very big kill. The most farmed hero in the game, and a hero that's meant to control like the mid game for Liquid. When they do this Ember Razor, like Fata's normally farming a ton while Ember's fighting, getting kills, and taking over like the enemy jungle often.
Liquid have been waiting this bottom lane here for a rotation, which there is one now, and as you can see, it's the Shadow Shaman, and the second he shows himself in the lane, that's when Jarex pulls the trigger. They snowball forward, they're going to get the kill, double rotations coming in, and a call down. They're trying to leave, and Liquid looks like they will make it out. They avoid the rotation from London Conspiracy, they get their one kill, and they get out.
Yeah, you kill Shaman. That's all the stuns. Yeah. All right, we're good. We can dive Shaman under a tower and then just TP out. Unless Beastmaster's there with a roar, but they use that roar top for Ember, so. Well, not the end of the world for LC. That's like losing your support, and Liquid have to TP back to base more. So it's not like a huge gain or much of a gain for Liquid.
Beastmaster seems to go in straight book here, so right to the Zookeeper build-up for him. More emphasis on the push and getting those objectives down, of course. Not so much on looking for true ulti setups here and there. Doesn't seem to be too necessary, but maybe a blink in the future. It's tricky to get hold of this Ember Spirit.
And overall right now, Liquid just being a bit more efficient, using the map better, farming their jungle as well as lanes, and rotating like very smoothly, which is what's going to continue to happen here with this.
Whoop! Snowball on in. This Beastmaster doesn't have much mana to work with here. Spawns out some creeps, and he will go down. Rotation again from the Gyro. Here's the call down. Liquid, are they going to be able to make it away from this one? No, it doesn't look like it. At least Kuro will be going down. Heavy damage from the tower. Jarex is going to be the next to be spotted out. And, well, it looks like it'll be a twofer here for London Conspiracy at the expense of their one Beastmaster.
Just great response. And having Gyro TP in first means he's the hero who gets in there. He's not as scared of those, like the three, there's three, like a 3v1 scenario where Liquid have 3, Gyrocopter's alone for about 2 seconds, but he's not scared because they've got a, they're more scared of the cooldown, not to mention he can kill the tomb while dishing out damage because of Flak. That really highlights why Gyro is amazing against Undying. You TP in there, you're setting your team up for success because they're TPing in after you, and then they don't even have to worry about tomb. It's already taken out from Gyrocopter. Fortunately, Jellypy gets caught out with the follow-up play. Matamba Man finds a punish, but like that overall decision making and like TPing in the correct order there from LC was really impressive.
But as you said, Matamba Man was able to kind of get a little bit of redemption for himself, outplaying him in that front. They are really prioritizing their farm onto the Omni Knight in the bottom lane. They know they need to get that GA online, so he's got his level 6, I believe, by now, and just certainly needs the farm so that he can be able to spam out all those spells. Only has a Soul Ring for now.
That's the problem with Omni Knight. Like you look at Liquid, like you look at other supports. So if you're a Tusk, you're not a farming support, but you roam around, you set up kills. Omni can't do that. If you're like a Shadow Shaman, if you're like a a Dazzle Disruptor, whatever, then you can kind of farm, you can pull, you can zone. Omni Knight just doesn't do anything. He's incredible in team fights, but he can't gank, he can't zone, he can't do a lot, which is where, as the hero is insane, like on paper with what his skill set does, like free BKB. Free physical damage immunity, but he has so many weaknesses.
Oh, another catch on the little Shadow Shaman here. Matamba Man strings together another kill for himself. Still sporting that Iron Shell. He's going to head right to the bottom lane here. Runs into the Gyro. Gyro drops the call down. Baby Knight's going to be there as well. Snowball forward from Jarex here. And there's a big Sonic Wave from Baby Knight, but they already going to be losing their Gyro. It's a cost them their Matamba Man here, but 2 for 1 all day for Liquid, and they step back. And it looks like that might be the most they get here.
Trying to kind of outplay the Gyro there with the Remnants, but Queen was there with the Sonic Wave damage on top of it.
Okay, Fata sweeping in. Snowball up from Jarex, going to stall it out. There's going to be the Primal Roar coming out from the Beastmaster now. Ward's going to be committed for this one, and it's going to be Baby Knight with a killing spree here. Liquid, though, on the run here as London Conspiracy trying to make it back out. Baby Knight needs a bit more time, has the blink now, should be able to make it away safely. For the rest of LC, they are waiting back in near the tower. Liquid have expended pretty much the most of their resources, so they need to kind of split, and they will do so.
I think that's going to be maybe an ongoing problem for LC there. Like, we see the GA come out, but they can't force the fight during it. Liquid just, okay, GA, we're just going to keep... I mean, they were kind of running away anyways, but the GA isn't used in, like, a forced fight scenario because they lack lockdown. It's not like they have... Their catch is a Shadow Shaman, so I guess if Shaman catches someone in the shackles and they GA, but Liquid can just stun the Shaman and run away still, so they can always kite around the GA, which is going to just continue to happen. Unless the cooldown, I guess, is what they're kind of relying to land when they force the fight with the slow. But heroes like Razor are pretty mobile, Darkseer is Surge, Ember is Remnants. And their lack of lockdown is going to be a continuing problem for them. But if they hit their team fight, it's insane. Cooldown, Sonic Wave, the Beastmaster Roar.
It's a pretty big if, though. We'll see. Tom Man back to his farm here at the top lane. Rushed right forward for those boots of travel. Already sporting 1k gold towards what I imagine being his Battle Fury build up here. Looks like Baby Knight on his Queen of Pain, rather, is going to be building for the Orchid in hopes of being able to contain and lock down this Ember Spirit a bit. And for Fata, well, you know, back to his usual fighting kind of tankier build up right now. I imagine a, you know, SMY, gone with the days of the mech and the Agnums.
Yep. He's a changed man. He's a farming man. Going for the Sanjo over the Yasha, which he does less, but I think just respecting the LC kill potential.
Not respecting this tower, though. They want to be able to take it, and I don't think Beastmaster alone is going to be able to do much about it, except hopefully get him or his boar get a quick snipe on the tower. No, they can't do it. So Matame will be able to pick up the last hit there.
He's super scary at this stage. This is like Ember, his first peak, and then he'll kind of fall off in like maybe about 4 or 5 minutes until he has his Battle Fury. Then when he gets his Battle Fury, he's like back hitting another peak.
And pretty much does not unpeak after that. Like once he gets to the Battle Fury, it just gets better and better and better.
Yeah, it's when Quap hit Orchid where he has a bit of a slow period where he can't be as aggressive, and he has to be careful about how he plays. But which is coming really fast. Quap's having a good time.
And
now
it's
they
going
get
to get
tower
even
money.
easier, yeah. With the tower takedown, they did have to commit the wards for it. They'll get that extra burst of gold. Now they rotate back towards the mid lane where Liquid are trying to get a tier 1 mid themselves. They will get it. And it looks like making it away without too much trouble. Well, the Conspiracy kind of put almost all of their hands on deck towards this mid lane, but doesn't look like they're going to be able to get much from it. And by now they should have the resources to do so. I imagine Call Down is online ready to play. Beastmaster Wars ready to go. Guardian Angel should be back on. Is it time to fight for London Conspiracy here in the near future, waiting for maybe the Orchid to be completed? I imagine then it's go, go, go.
The Orchid and also the Shaman Blink, they really need the catch right now. Beastmaster alone, like even he wants to go Necrobook to give him more damage, and it's just so good it's so good on Beastmaster that you don't generally want to rush Blink on the hero. But without a Blink on like the Shaman, then they have no way to get a clean kill. Like Beastmaster can't normally just walk in and get a raw. So they want the Shaman Blink with the Quap Orchid, and then they're really strong. They don't necessarily want to just straight up 5-man towers, but they want to try and force fights, smoke, find pickoffs on Ember, on Razor, on the key Liquid carries.
As Fata will farm the jungle here, the rest of the team bottom lane pushing in will be able to secure this tier 1 tower. And it's just Liquid just kind of beginning to take hold of this map little by little. I mean, with that tower going down, means Liquid can comfortably now just reside inside the London Conspiracy jungle, ward it up, and kind of take more resources on the map than ever. And look at all the items coming together for him because of these objectives. Now you have Darkseer with a mech complete, and even Kuro picking up a medallion on his Undying. So Roche is that much easier too.
And Ember had saved up 3k gold. I was wondering if he was considering, he must have been considering the Manta style to deal with the Quap Orchid, which is why he didn't like buy the pieces, but he did end up buying the Claymore Broadsword. So it will be Battle Fury first, which just kind of changes the overall state of the game.
Oh, call down, but they're just going to walk through the call down right onto the gyro, and he goes down before help even shows up. Liquid may want to fight here, and then they go for their next target in the Omni Knight. Can they get him down? He has a repel, steps back and out, still nursing him at the Guardian Angel. Will commit it then and there, but it's still a defensive one, it looks like, as they have to try to retreat. Baby Knight, though, is able to commit in, get the kill, but Mind Control gets a double now, cleaning up the back lines. Kuro with an Ion Shell just muscles on forward. They're going to clean out 4 all day. Baby Knight, the lone survivor, and the only one picking up kills for London Conspiracy. Looks like he might be able to get a sneaky little deny here if he wants on the tower at least. No, got to go for the tower. Catapult? Oh, okay, good. Should be able to get it, but still, strong fight there for Liquid.
I didn't see right away if Baby Knight Orchided the Ember on arrival. I guess they just didn't have the damage to burst through even with the Orchid on him, but that looked like it could go really well for LC. They just picked up the Orchid. Ember didn't know about it as far as the timing went, so it could have just been like, okay, we rock up, we kill the Ember, and then just clean up, because Quap can just keep on chasing people down. But LC had already, like, losing the gyro that early on in the fight before any backup could arrive just meant they were lacking the damage they needed. They need the Quap with the gyrocopter, the rocket barrage as well.
That was not the debut that London Conspiracy were hoping for with their Orchid in hand and all their cooldowns off and ready to play. It's a very defensive act, and unfortunately they had more casualties than that.
Gyro's going with the Ogre Club if it's BKB or SMY. More likely BKB since he hasn't bought a Sanj, but That kind of, I feel like, I mean, you kind of mentioned, we both mentioned a lot of the point of picking the Omni is to be able to repel that
That's true.
one carry. I guess you repel the Quap at that stage, and Quap can play super aggressive.
We'll have to see here. He continues to nurse that little bit of gold if he wants to go more fighting heavy and bank more on the Omni Knight, or if he'll get the BKB himself. And now an Ember with Battle Fury in hand. Gets pretty damn scary here for London Conspiracy, and Liquid. Nighttime falls, they go on the move, and they're looking to continue to reclaim this London Conspiracy jungle, and they're just going to have very little farm options here on the Radiant side. Very little.
And yeah, with Radiant jungle taking over, Fat's like, okay, let's head back top, farm our own lanes as well as our own jungle.
Oh, bottom, they commit in without Fata here. They think they can get it done. Call down does come out. Jarex has already made a full commitment onto the Shadow Shaman, which will go down. Nice Sonic Wave from Baby Knight. Will connect onto 3, but they don't have the follow-up damage. Turnaround from Liquid. Vacuum Wall comes out from Mind Control, and they quickly just annihilate the two. Omni and Baby Knight's Queen of Pain going to be going down. And look at this. A commitment in from Atama Man is going to slash down the Gyrocopter. Double kill for him. And I think Liquid have just cracked this game wide open. This is two huge fights for them at when London Conspiracy were supposed to be peaking.
If you're Fata there, you're just like smiling to yourself. Like, I just TP
in the
top,
bag.
and like you're even telling your team, like, if there's a fight, I'm like top tier 2 tower. That's as far away as possible.
Yeah.
He's not even telling his team like, I'll run there. He's like, I'm just gonna keep pushing. All he can do in that situation is keep pushing the top lane. So when he sees all these kills pop up, like his team just killed 4 heroes without him being there, he's just smiling like, okay, this game must be going well right now. Like, my team's doing it without me. But yeah, they had the mech on the Darkseid, hit a huge vacuum wall. The Ember just getting multiple sleights of fist off, and they haven't been able to just punish the Ember at any time with this Orchid. Like I think they hit such a good timing on it. They were hoping to be able to use that to start fights, get a kill on the Ember, and kind of just bully him around. But every single time, Ember's staying alive in these fights.
And with just now what appears to be just a lack of catch from the Conspiracy, I don't know what their plan may be to kind of put themselves back in this game. It's got to be too soon to start thinking about your high ground defense in hopes that maybe Liquid could overextend. And we know Liquid, for a European team, very disciplined and methodical in their play. They're not going to, overextend themselves and allow London Conspiracy the opportunity to kind of punish them. So I got to see what they want to do. For now, it's going all out and trying to take an extra objective here in the final Tier 1 mid lane. But it's going to be at the exchange of Liquid going for the Roche.
Yeah, and when Liquid see them drop the Serpent Wards mid for the Tier 1, they just they know they've secured Roche and there's no threat to them. I'm not even sure if LC totally realized that Roche was going on during that. They probably know now, and they will. There's a Hawk there, but it's too late. They've dropped Serpent Wards, they made the commitment towards mid.
Now Liquid, though, have seen that the wards have already been committed from LC. They just got a BKB now complete on Fata. Hell, they won that last fight without Fata. Is it just go time for Liquid, knowing that they're as 5 maybe and an Aegis here?
It can be. It just doesn't have to be. Like, Liquid right now have a lot of ways to win this game. They can fight now when they're really strong. They can use the fact they're really strong to just out-farm London Conspiracy. Like, they've got complete map control.
That seems like a Liquid plan.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, what you're saying, I'm like, if this was like a Team Empire, it's going to be like, yeah, they're going to go, they're going to look to break high ground, even though they haven't got the best high ground siege. But, like, a Liquid team is often just going to split farm the map, choke you out, buy a gem, deward you, make it so there's no way where you can farm. And then find pickoffs as well. Like, you don't just want to farm. You want to... If LC split up to try and deal with you, like, trying to out-farm them, to farm themselves, that's where you go for these pickoffs. But I don't think Liquid will go for a high ground siege with this Aegis. I think they likely can get these Tier 2 towers, but high ground's, like, not even a concern for them right now.
Casual call down to try to just push back Liquid a bit here, but they're not going to be fronted too much by. I mean, Fata, it looked like earlier, was just even farming up with Eye of the Storm. They even need it for that pickoff on the Beastmaster here, and now that Liquid know that call down is on cooldown, and Beastmaster is on the sidelines, they're just going to jump right in and look to go for the finishing blow here. Immediate double kill from Atama Man. Gyro on the last standing here. This could be nearly the beginning of the end at this point. Liquid could easily just stand here. They still have to go back and finish off a Tier 2.
Yeah. They're like, oh, let's get the Tier 3 now. We just got 2 kills. Oh, what happened here? But they caught the Omni Knight there. He was standing just far enough up because he's trying to repel the Gyrocopter that he's going to get jumped. And now they've got double blink, so the catch, the pick-off potential I talked about suddenly gets even scarier.
And here comes Liquid. Quick slight out. Ooh, Sonic Wave. It's
Oh,
good for clearing out. And a
snowball.
commitment in from Baby
Jarek's
Knight, but the
Dota.
response from Jarek's with that Tusk, with that Snowball, will mitigate a lot of the damage. But look at this London Conspiracy group. They move on forward. They muscle in with the help of the Guardian Angel. They pick off a couple here. They're looking for Matamaman, who's a big prize for them here and now. Shaman's got the lockdown, and they will get the kill. He got a Remnant out, but was not able to make the jump. London Conspiracy get the first positive swing in their direction in what feels like quite a while. Uh-oh, but Baby Knight pretty low here.
Yeah, looks like there was a bit of a kerfuffle happening there. Oh, he does the illusion.
Oh my god.
And
And
Dark's
now
is
he
going,
wants to,
he's
he
going
wants
for
to man
two.
up on him here.
Iron Shell damage. Is it going to be enough? He's going to mech or anything?
Does he have the other shock?
No.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, damn. That Max Shackles does a huge damage now.
All right, so wish we could see the recap. I'm sure that was a pretty big chunk of change going the way towards London Conspiracy. They were pretty damn far behind. You're talking about Liquid with 2 huge fights. They took down the mid-tier 2. They got the Roche. I mean, it had to be a good amount of money swung towards London Conspiracy. But
That was weird. Liquid, I thought that we're going to just back off and try and farm a bit more. That was kind of an unliquid-like move to make, to kind of sit around the tier 3 towers, make it look like you're going to go in, and LC just took advantage of that.
now we'll definitely never see Liquid be assertive again. If they can't even do it against London Conspiracy, then we're going to be seeing a lot of disciplined Liquid plays here. It looks like they are going to be able to get a quick snipe there onto your Beastmaster, and it looked like it was set up a good shard block. So, and Jarek's, man, he's a hard guy to ban. You can go ahead and just keep respecting that Earth Spirit, but then you're going to be giving something like this Tusk, and he's just going to show you that that hero might even be just that much better.
And with a
And
Blink
here he is
Dagger
again.
up,
Yeah.
it
Boom.
gets scary. He'll ditch the Gyrocopter. Actually, TP out will be successful from both, so.
All right, all right. London Conspiracy be able to etch themselves away.
Yeah.
Trouble.
It's still like they wanted to farm that and push out the top lane anyway, so.
They catch up Baby Knight.
Ooh,
It's going to be forced out of
BKB,
BKB. Are they going to follow him? No.
Not ideal for LC. And for Liquid, like, they're in perfect position now. They just TP 2 heroes top, and they have 2. I mean, they don't want to fight. Like, they're in a perfect position to farm the map. They've got heroes top who can farm the jungle, push out top lane. Heroes in the Radiant jungle who can farm their jungle and push out bottom lane. So they're being very just overall map efficient right now. But it's still a period where they're going to be careful. Beastmaster gets a catch. I want to say Blink Dagger should probably come next. Can be a kind of key item to look to punish Liquid being too greedy.
It's nice to see when they get that early gem on Liquid, they can control the map that much easier and better.
That's
London
a
Conspiracy-
Liquid play.
Yeah. London Conspiracy, they got a nice little swing there. They held a bit, but I'm still not seeing them obviously close enough to being able to cross the river or to assert their own bit of dominance.
Yeah.
It's definitely Liquid still in big control here. Fata at the top of the net worth over even Matamaman here. You got 2 big powerhouses there, and this Gyrocopter is still like a full luxury item away from being able to match up to them.
It does feel like LC want to kind of 5-man for kills though, like go for a smoke place just because that's like they've got an Omni Knight. You don't want to just sit back and farm when you've got this Omni Knight hero that doesn't really farm or do much for your team.
I'm curious what the Omni Knight does have at this point. He's at least level 11 Knight now, right?
His net
It's
worth
gotta
is
be,
pretty bad. I think he just had like arcane boots and some basic items.
Yeah. It's just so tricky too, because at this point he seems so frail, and you have to be so close to the firefight to be able to get off all your spells. We'll see though. It's big, and as I said, during the draft, Liquid don't really have any natural diffusal carriers. So once the GA comes out, it's breathing room for London Conspiracy. But we're hoping it's more on the offensive behavior and not just trying to survive and make it to the fountain to hope to have a second fight.
Yep.
Not really second fight kind of a team here.
Fata far enough back the hook. Spotted him a little bit here, but looks like
He's got help
Liquid.
now.
Yeah, they're actually all teeping up here. They kind of are ready for this one.
He's going to bait in a fight now. I mean, Fata's going to get jumped
He
here.
needs to get his BKB off, which I don't know if he will.
He's got it,
Okay, he
but
did.
okay, Sonic Wave, but now comes the Liquid response. And this is when things go horrible for London Conspiracy, I imagine. They get a good wall, a Guardian Angel, it's to run. Snowball's already way in. They're going to be able to get the cutoff here, and now Gyro's going to have to be up in arms here. Fata very
the soul
weak and
rips,
wounded at
the
this point.
heals.
And they are going to be able to get the grab. So 2 go down, the 1 response, they get the turnaround. Jarek's with a double now. 3 go down from London Conspiracy. Make it 4.
They kept Fata alive for so long there with the snowball, all the defensive play, the soul rips as well. Like, he came out of that snowball and I just thought he'd instantly die, but he got a burst heal from a soul rip and then just kept on fighting a bit. Unfortunately for LC, that's really costly. That was the one that was like the fight they needed to win to start like any momentum going back their way into this game.
And now Liquid can go back on the warpath now, getting top pushed right into the base. With Tom Men with his Blink Dagger now finishes out his Daedalus, has that huge range to work with now, being able to safely blink in, slide out, remnant away from any sort of trouble. This is becoming quite a problem for London Conspiracy, because I would even say Liquid don't have a terrible draft being able to siege into the base, especially now with this mobility tool on Ember Spirit.
Yeah, the Blink Daggers will help their cause for sieging, because it means if you want to try and outspam in LC side, you're much more likely to get caught out because of the Blink Dagger giving you much better initiation range. Liquid, yeah, pinging out the Aegis here. Going to be looking for that probably as their next big objective. It'll be a pretty fast respawn.
Boop. Real tiny one, yep. Oh, this is great for Liquid.
Aether Lens Darkseer. Huh. Increase blink range. And
range
then
of, I mean, how
cast
far away you
range
can
on
cast the
wall.
vacuum, and how far away you can cast the
wall vacuum.
obviously the AoE is not going to be bigger, but from how far away you can
Yeah.
cast the vacuum, it's pretty damn nice.
I can see that.
I wonder if
being
it's just
okay.
mind control, maybe having a bit of confidence in trying out the Aether Lens a bit.
Magic resistance good this game against a lot of the stuff flying around.
Increases the range of Blink.
Yeah, I think the blink increase range is something pretty potent.
We'll see.
And there's the Fat AC. He's kind of been doing this build probably the most on Razor these days, especially when he's having a good game.
Oh, Baby Knight stuck between 3 here.
Oh, Jax just tanks through it.
Orchid damage.
Greaves,
poison
that Greaves
damage,
regen,
and he's
53
good.
HP regen a second with the Greaves. Whew. That was ridiculous.
That's gonna be a sad feeling too for Baby Knight. It's like gets killed and he hopes that like maybe I probably at least got that guy. Nope.
And they see them here. They can get a TP cancel. Vacuum on the 2. Ember's coming in as well. Can get just the one with the Searing Chains. Jealousy was repelled up. GA as well.
Ugh.
Punch not in time. Ooh, almost got a. If they got the follow-up on Gyro there, that would have just been crushing, soul crushing for LC.
It already is sadly, but
Yeah, they've been competitive, especially in the early game stages, but Liquid.
oh, there's your defusal candidate.
Not the one you'd expect, but I guess that's what offliners and utility heroes like Tusk just do these days.
You know, that was unfortunately like London Conspiracy's like one trump card or whatever, is being able to have this Guardian Angel to hopefully turn things around. But now
It's on cooldown for this defense as well. That's really bad.
yeah, not having it at all, and if they don't even know that there's a defusal blade on the other side, they might not even get to use it.
Yikes. Oh, they're just getting jumped now. That's where
This
the
could just be the
blinks-
game. I mean, Liquid moving in now. This is an easy set of racks for them. You don't have your Beastmaster to worry about. You don't have your Shaman wards. Now it's just Gyro moving in, flanking it up. They have already gotten rid of the Omni Knight, made it look like nothing. And now they follow forward knowing that if they take out this Gyrocopter, they might as well have just taken the game, and it looks like that may be the case here. They swing back to top. Baby Knight, how many times have we seen him as the lone survivor here as he's back watching his home base right before him just crumble apart?
Yeah. A lot of money on some of the Radiant heroes, like Gyro I think was banking like 4K, but he's just like, if I get BKB, it's not going to change anything. Is there a damage item he could get? It's kind of hard to, and he actually ends up just using money on buyback now. They're forcing BKBs. This is just. I think they've got Greaves. Oh, they've got Snowball too.
And they got Snowball.
Yeah.
Move in, sweep up, punch up, move down.
They almost got the Ember with that.
Oh,
Tower,
they
okay.
do get it. All right. Backing back here from Mind Control. He gets shackled up now. They're looking to turn onto him. Commitment in from Baby Knight. Trying to get the back, but not going to happen. Mind Control's still good here. All right, finally.
Guys,
they
forget
finish
about
him
me.
off.
Did you miss me?
All right. Well, London Conspiracy are able to kind of
wow.
get the few Liquid stragglers
Crazy.
hanging around the base, but the damage has been
Yeah,
done.
that was overcommit from Liquid. Like, they went for a couple extra kills rather than going for the building, sticking together. Even if they weren't going to get a second lane of Rex, they need to at least get out of there.
And he did get an Aether Lens. He turned his Arcane Boots over to the Lens here on this Omni Knight.
Not bad, not bad. So comeback Licking potential. Ooh, with Gyro having to buy back there, it gets a little bit more limited just because like even some of those kills he was helping his team get, he won't get much money for, but he needs to go big. He needs to, like, I don't think rapier big necessarily, but he needs to go damage output as opposed to getting a BKB. I personally feel.
Yeah. I don't know if the opportunity will be there or not. They're starting to work on this tier 2. Jump in commitment for Jerix, who gets a snowball off. Baby Knight dragging him away towards their secret shop. And he is looking to make a retreat on the side here, but it doesn't look like he will. So good movement there. Good block there before he goes down, but the stun already goes out into Kuro. Commitment from Baby Knight looking to get the finish onto Kuro. Can they get him down here? Man, he's soul ripping his way back and surviving. Baby Knight's going to be forced to retreat, but can't make it away. Snowball catch back from the grave. Jerix here gets his redemption. They get the kill onto Baby Knight. And now it looks like Omni Knight will be going down.
And they're chasing for Beastmaster as well. That's why Darkseid just abandoned that kill to try and look for more. But
value.
Will we get his blink coming up earlier? Uh-oh.
Oh. Blinks right out in front. Avoids the axes. Now Jerix will be able to catch up with the snowball here. And they will get that kill in the BM.
I mean, they're just showing great poise and control over this, every situation there. And apart from that dive base, we'll forget that one. But like Darkseid just knowing, like that kill's in the bag. Let's go fish for more. So Ember gets Lincolns now. There's, I mean, Raw, Orchid, a lot of annoying things. Another nice thing about the Diffusal pickup on Tusk, we saw it there before he died, was that he can use it to get rid of the Orchid. He just purges it off himself and then uses Snowball on the Queen.
That's true.
He can do that for teammates as well, so theoretically if Ember somehow gets Orchided up, he can purge it off. And that's where the Orchid is not like a true counter to the Ember, but even before the Lincolns, there was Diffusal, there was Snowball, there's a lot of things to save him. Soul Rip, Greaves.
I mean, that's why I also would have figured that maybe my control would have gone for something like even a a Lotus Orb or something to help with the extra bit of silence removal instead of something like an Aether Lens. But I guess he just wanted to try it out, see what it's like.
Well, they've got the Solar Crest as well. Jeez. And Gyro goes Butterfly, so it's damage output.
But yeah, I think this is like this is the best I'm going to get right now for our final hurrah. Yeah. Let's just make it work and hope that with the lack of MKB or something on the side of Liquid, it'll be enough to survive. But Tier 3 goes down, and this could be the final hurrah here, and it's a big vacuum pull, but Guardian Angel has come out, so no further commitment will be there from Liquid, but they sidestepped and looking to make a go for the gyro here. Swapped up from Fada. Call down does come out. Jerix and Fada now tag team to try to take down this gyrocopter, and they will get him down finally, and so he will not have a buyback. Committing for that butterfly. The rest of the team all buying back to make it back and out here. Liquid regroup, step outside the base, now re-engage, looking to go in. They get the kill, taking out the Beastmaster now.
And the Queen.
And this looks to be the final hurrah from London Conspiracy on the back of their buybacks there. We're not able to kind of do it to Liquid this time. Liquid will get the win in a matchup where we were expecting them to be the favorites. They look like it here and now in game number 1.
Yeah. And they did it in pretty Liquid fashion. There was a few maybe missed calls in small situations, but it's like when you're pushing high ground, you think you've got, like, you're crushing your opponents, suddenly they buy back a hero like Gyro. Like, that's going to lead to a kill or two. But like, okay, we lost 2 heroes there, but Gyro just bought back. We're still in complete control of the game. At no point did it really look like LC had any way back into this game. It was nice to see something like an Omni Knight pick come out, but didn't really show much promise, at least not this game. It was just, didn't allow them to contest the lanes, didn't really give them much in the mid game, so a bit underwhelming, the Omni Knight in general.
So it's more on London Conspiracy, you think, just kind of reevaluating the game plan that they want to kind of move forward a bit?
Yeah, I think you want to play against a team like Liquid. You don't want to play slow-paced and let Liquid just farm up on when they have Razors well for Fata, they have the Ember Darkseid, they're going to find kills with that. So I think you want to try to get up in their face more, which Omni Knight, I think in the theory behind it is like, okay, this does allow us, like, for a Gyro or Quap to either run in and Gyro, blink in for Quap because they've got Repel, but the Omni himself it's impossible to, like, position yourself or be in the right place to do that because you're always going to get caught out if you're showing. And I think the Omni Knight pick may be a little suspect, but I think the idea behind the pick was the right way to play against Liquid. And I think overall there was some promising play. Baby Knight played well on the Queen. Jalopy made a few nice plays with the Gyrocopter. He had some really good rotations where he counter-ganked, used the cooldown, killed the Tomb, and got his team some kills, so not a bad showing from London Conspiracy.
Yeah. Some of them, though, I feel like I just didn't see enough to even warrant me being like, oh, they were part of the team. It sounds really harsh that way, but it's like Shadow Shaman, let's say, Beastmaster, it's like an hour from now I'll forget that they were even part of that game. and that's not what you want to have out of your Dota experience. You want to make sure that they kind of bring their A game. It's Shanghai Majors, after all. So, with that said, that's just game number 1. Liquid are going to be pulling ahead, so we'll see if game number 2, London Conspiracy, are going to be able to kind of be a bit more aggressive, shake things up a bit, and take Liquid out of their comfort zone and out of their favorite position. So, with that, we'll cut to a small break, and when we return, it'll be game number 2 of LC versus Liquid.